Hey guys, how's it going? Um, I'm mainly testing my settings to make sure that everything is working okay. But I figured that I would try something new that I haven't done before, and that is to actually live stream while I'm editing my videos and getting them ready for upload. So I generally spend about an hour, maybe an hour and a half or so, actually editing videos. Depends on how long it is. Now that I'm starting to get into different, uh, different effects and so on, I take more time to actually go to free photo sites and so on. So I've been spending a lot more time on actually the editing the videos. So I figured I'd give this a test shot and see if it works. And I actually have a torrent seed box that's running. It runs 24/7 right now, and it is using all my available upload bandwidth. So there's quite a delay there. Um, but I can type, and that's cool. So um, anyway, I figured that I would give this a shot and see how it worked. Okay, so this is actually the second live stream that I've actually ever done, ever. So Google just added this new live stream now feature. I got an email on it a couple days ago, and I thought, that'd be pretty cool to actually stream live. Um, so as I said, again, I can stream live what you're seeing here while I'm editing my videos, getting them ready for upload. I don't know how well that's going to work for anybody. Um, so this webcam is actually old. I can't even remember the model number on it. It's so old. I think I bought it in 2005, maybe. I'm trying to think of when I got it. I got it at Best Buy. My sister moved to go to college, and this is the early days of video chat, and she ended up getting another webcam, so we communicated through the internet through webcams. Um, so you're watching this actually on your phone. It's actually working. Keep in mind, I've never actually engaged in a live stream with somebody who's on their phone. So it's work. It shows up okay. I mean, I don't know if I can even see from my phone. See the see here. See, it's not showing up for me on my page. Even for me right now, it doesn't show that I'm live streaming. So I don't know. Maybe it's different when. Yeah, see, all I see is the last video that I uploaded, which isn't even live yet. There's two videos. All right. So cool. Um, so anyway, I figured this would be a good way to kind of be able to interact with some of you, whoever happen to be online at the same time. This is not something you feel like when I'm doing my editing my videos. It's all different times of the day. Sometimes it's right when I get home from work. Sometimes it's later in the evening. Sometimes I skip a day because I record a video on my way to work and on the way home from work with the 360 option. And so I got basically 2 videos, actually 3 in total if you want to count the 360 version. I got 3 videos that I edit a day, plus anything else I happen to be doing as far as recording videos is concerned. So I don't even know where I was going with this. But so anyway, basically, if you happen to be online and hey, you want to chat while I'm editing videos, great. I don't know how well it's going to work as far as if it's going to bog the computer down or whatever. But this is pretty cool. Um, so yeah. I've got a Note 4, as most of you probably already know. Um, I try to stay up on technology, I guess. I went from an HTC Evo 3D, is where I started. No, I actually had a Kodak ZI-6. It was a ZI-6 is what started my YouTube channel. And then I went to the HTC Evo 3D, and then I went to the Galaxy S4, and then I went back to the Evo 3D because the screen cracked. I left it on my seat in the hot sun, and it just tore it up to pieces. And then I got the Note 4, which is obviously what I have here. So yeah, the news about the Note 5, I'm pretty disappointed. I actually have a video that I'm going to be editing here right now. I don't know if the sound is going to come through, so let me know if you get hit with a whole bunch of sound because I'm editing videos, trying to move some videos from my phone. So let me know if the sound comes for HTC Wing. I'm not familiar with that particular HTC model. So I can see everybody's chat down here in the bottom right corner. I'm actually moving some files over from my phone. I haven't done that yet. Just got back from, I saw one of my cousins who I haven't seen in quite a while. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So just got back from that. Both my kids are starting to get sick, which sucks. Fortunately, it's before school starts, so that's my cat in the background if you can hear. I don't know what he's mad about. And then if you hear that click off into the distance, that's actually my solar panels are charging my battery in there, and it's clicking back and forth because they're at float. It's actually quite an overcast, and I try to keep the batteries float as much as I can. So while there's a low amount of sunlight, I actually have all but one panel turned on. So it just keeps the battery charged, the batteries charged. Yeah, the Note 5, yeah. Man, I can see where Samsung is going with the Note 5. They want to kind of go mainstream with it, but for me, it's not an upgrade. No removable battery. I mean, I've got 2 batteries for this phone and 128 gigs micro SD storage. I can't record my videos as I'm going down the road and then upload them to the cloud as I'm recording. For me, it's not possible. Excuse me. And 32 gigs of RAM is junk in this day and age, especially when you're recording 4K video. Quad HD like I am, it fills up real fast. And then you've got the OS on there, you've got your apps, you got all sorts of things that have to share that 32 gigs. And let's see, right now I'm getting ready to copy some let's see here how big this folder is. So on I don't know if you guys can. No, okay. So on my way there and back, it's 12 gigs, and that's just one drive there and back. And so you can see how fast it would actually fill up for me. So unfortunately, some files copy over here. So yeah, I understand. I the the Exynos 7420 is not compatible with micro SD interface. I understand that, but they could have found a way to do it, at least in my opinion. Again, I'm going to be editing a video here real quick as far as what I think of it, but I don't know. Waiting for these. It's really windy. I don't know if you can hear that or not. There's been some storms moving through here on and off all day today. It actually feels good. We've been seeing 80s for probably the past, I don't know, month maybe. And it's actually a nice cool 70 right now. A cool breeze, got the air coming in. Oh, it's really nice. So, looks like my seed box is still taking up most of the bandwidth right now. I won't get into any of that. I've had that thing running for years. So, well, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, you know, just let me know. I'm not really doing anything too interesting. I'm just kind of live streaming, editing videos. I'm here to chat with anybody who happens to be online. And you get to hear my cats in the background. One of them is being playful, the other one is being boring. So one of them is upset, obviously, that they're not getting any attention. They play pretty rough, and I know what's going to happen is one of these times I'm going to be doing this live stream, and you'll hear what sounds like two cats killing each other in the background, and they're not. They're just very vocal when they're playing. So it sounds like they're killing each other. All right, so I'm about ready to play one of the videos that I've got. Let me know if you hear that video. I'll actually start it right now. So if you guys can hear that, let me know, and then I'll know that whatever sound my computer's producing is actually going through the live stream. I don't know if you guys probably see that or not. The black cat down there doesn't want to play. My gray tabby cat wants to play. They honestly look worse than it is. Usually the black cat, my tuxedo cat, is the dominant one. And he's young. He's only about a year old. The older cat, he's probably about 10, 11 years old. Maybe even older than that. You see his tail's getting all poofed out. Yeah, kind of funny. Probably going to mess this camera up now. So, anyway, you'll probably hear them in the background. Well, the weather is cold, colder. It's not cold. It's 70. But compared to the 80s that we've had, On Monday, I was trying to do a couple videos. I did the blower motor and then the maintenance on the blower motor. I wanted to do more, but it got so hot. It was like 10 in the morning. It was already 82, 83. So I never even got a chance. So it's been hot, so it's nice to actually see a 70 day. Really nice. Let me get this pushed back up there. So anyway, if you guys can hear the videos that I'm editing, shout at me, because they can be kind of loud. Oh, hey, if you want to, I don't know if I can record long enough. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. This is my perspective, basically. There's, my intro. I use Power Director, and so here's my this morning drive, and I basically go all the way to the point where I'm already out of the park, and it's about right here, and then I give myself a couple seconds before I start talking for the actual intro, and I don't even remember what I was talking about this morning. Oh yeah, all the rain. Love the rain. So basically I'll get my title that I've got set up here and throw it down here. So anyway, I know it's kind of boring, but Power Director has a lot of templates that are already built in, and I really like some of these. So, oops. So anyway, I'll take a drive, all that other stuff. That's basically what I'm doing. I don't know if that's interesting to anybody to actually watch me edit the videos. If it is, then I can set up another camera, I guess. This thing is really finicky. I've never liked these ones that hang. Yeah, the quality on the stream is really bad. I really have to get a better camera. The camera's just pretty old. Yep, I agree with you 100%. Getting rid of the micro SD card was an absolute mistake. I mean, the note line, I understand that over time, and again, I go over this in this video, I understand that over time things change and that you can't expect a company to continuously use the same design, the same screen, the same buttons. I know, but you have to justify removing a feature that is a staple of a line and replace it with something that's even better. Say, hey, you don't need micro SD storage because at no additional cost, 128 gigs of storage on here. And it's way you have to justify it. And of course, those people who want even more than 128 gigs are going to be, upset. But if they said that the Note 5 had 128 minimum and it had a slightly larger battery, I think I would have been on board. But unfortunately, it's not going to work for me. Plus, I had to get a new wide-angle lens. So that's not going to happen. So maybe the Note 6 or maybe something else is going to come along that'll actually work. So I'm going to call this particular video. You guys won't see this video until, what's today, the 20th. I've got another video that's going to be uploaded tomorrow. So you guys won't see this video until the 22nd, so Saturday. I'm going to call this one Love a Rainy Day. Or a rainy night, actually. Put this one in blue. Hopefully that won't spark some stupid copyright thing. Love a rainy night. This morning it was foggy, it was raining, and those are the kind of drives that I really like. It seems kind of weird. Yeah, it's getting pretty windy out there. Yes, your comments are posting. Need a video. Sorry, I'm switching back and forth between editing the videos, which is full screen, and then back here. So if I don't see your comment right away, I'm gonna go through it and read them. Yes, I do want a video of your car. That would be awesome. And now my cat's taking a crap, probably. And now he's acting crazy. And now the other one seems to want to play. I've got a couple weird cats, just so you know. They're really weird. I'd love to get a video. I'm trying to get videos of everyone else's cars just to see who, follows me. I know this isn't right. Just to see who follows me. And yeah, John, I would love. My cats are. I don't know, they're high on something, I guess. My tuxedo cat's being really timid, my tabby cat's being really wild. So, I don't know what his deal is. He wants to play, I guess. So, my mom actually has an iPhone 5S. She just got it. And I actually have no issues whatsoever with iPhones. I've always been an Android guy. Simply because I've always been kind of the I'm not saying that iPhone or Apple users are not power users, but I've always been wanting to tinker with the back end and just kind of change things and customize things and put my own skins on and root the phone and do all sorts of stuff like that. And unfortunately, you can't do that with an iPhone unless you jailbreak it. And so that's just something that drew me to Android. But I had a Windows Mobile phone before that, and the reason that I had a Windows Mobile phone was so that I could link to a bot that I had running for World of Warcraft. I was one of the coders or encoders, programmers for a World of Warcraft bot called Honor Buddy for about maybe 4 years, 3-4 years, something like that. And so I would monitor all the bots that were running. Sometimes I had 30, 40. And those of you who played WoW, yeah, I know you're probably upset about bots and so on, but I actually made a pretty decent amount of money doing it. So I ended up getting a Windows Mobile phone so that I could remotely access the stream to see how the bots were all doing. And from there, I didn't want to go back to a quote-unquote dumb phone or flip phone after that. It was smartphones all the way. So that was an HTC Mogul is what that was. But the camera on it was horrible. But I didn't care about the camera. I actually only cared about the fact that I could connect remotely from work or whatever to my bots. That's all I cared about. Well, this is pretty fun. Right now in the background, I've got one of my videos playing. What I like to do is, if I sneeze, if there's a part in there like somebody's driving really stupid and I really go nuts, swearing and so on, things like that, I listen to the video, and then if I come across anything that I don't like, then I'll edit it out. And so basically, I'm just listening to myself driving to work. Um, add my Instagram marker. I try to find a quiet spot when I'm not driving to add that thing. This is pretty cool watching the statistics and so on like that. I guess anybody can live stream. You can't do it from your phone, which is something that I really believe Google needs to get on top of, like, quick. Live streaming from Hangouts on Air from your phone. Now, there's, of course, other ways to do it, and the Galaxy S6 Plus or Edge Plus and the Note 5 do support that now, which is cool, but I don't have those two phones. So I think Google needs to hurry up before Facebook ends up dominating some of this. The quality is really bad. Number one, I got my seed box going, which I'll probably, next time I stream, I'll probably turn it down so that it's not using all my bandwidth. And number two, this camera here is so old. It's a VGA camera is what it is. And it's just, even locally looking at it from the Wirecast app, it doesn't look good at all. So while you guys are on here, there's a couple of you on here, I'm planning on Monday doing some more videos. I noticed that my passenger temperature actuator, not the zone actuator, but the passenger temperature actuator, is starting to whine. And again, if you saw any of my videos on the actuators, over time they start to break down, basically. So I'm going to pull that out. I've already got the glove compartment out. I just left it out because I knew I was going to have to do this. So on Monday I'm going to get a video of that, if anybody's curious. Okay, just finishing up this video here. It's an early morning drive. Adding my fades. Didn't hear anything in there that made me want to go get some images or anything. It's just a standard video. So go ahead and get that produced. Alright, computer's turning away at that one. My son is in his room playing Angry Birds. He's a little down in the dumps, so he's laying in bed right now, trying to get him to feel a little bit better. So what's going on with anybody else? Anything interesting? This video has probably got about another 10-12 minutes processing. So anything interesting going on with anybody? Anything you want to ask? Got my tech manual here that I could answer some questions. Go ahead and put my 360 camera on the charger. I ran it for probably about a half hour now. There's no website that I know of. However, if you join LS4 Nation, they're on Facebook. I was a member there for quite a while, and there are people selling parts all the time, and cheap too. Another place that I was actually looking to get a front end for my GTP when I had it, the GXP front end, which involved the fenders and the front nose, obviously. I found all those parts on eBay. In fact, I had somebody ask me yesterday where they could get parts. And eBay, I found a whole bunch of parts for the GXPs on there. But yeah, as far as a particular site that has just GXP parts, or you can find GXP parts, there's not one in particular that I know about. I'm actually going to put my battery on the charge real quick and check on my son. So I'll be right back. I've got a squeaky chair. Is your ABS control module, the whole thing is bad? Because there's a website. I can't think of the name. Oh, shoot, there is. Actually, I found this out in LS4 Nation when I was posting, or not posting, reading some of the posts, and somebody had the same problem. They had an ABS control module that was bad, and they wanted to know, well, that in fact there is a it's these guys repair the ABS control modules, and I can't tell you a price exactly. It's right around $150, I think. You just send them the module, and they repair it. See if I can find the site. Shoot. And I was looking at my analytics once, and I saw the site pop up a couple of times because I have a video of repairing the harness that goes to the wheel bearing. I've got a video of that. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it here. I can't. I don't know. I can't. Unfortunately, I can't find it. But I will look, and I'll send you a message. Maybe it was last month. Excuse me. I can't find it. Oh, maybe here it is. Cheap ABS. Let me check this out and see if this is what it is. Yeah, here we go. All right. So that website, I was looking, it was somebody on LS4 Nation who recommended them. And for some reason, they were viewing my videos. I don't know. I think it's just because of that wire harness. And I just happened to look at the two and say, oh, yeah, I know where that is. But anyway, they do deal with the Grand Prix, the 5.3 liter. As far as I know, you would have to actually get a hold of them and find out if they can, but I'm sure that they do. And $100, that's probably cheaper than you're going to find an ABS control module anywhere. Although you could probably find one at a junkyard, but you know, you don't know what you're going to get. And then, of course, they offer you know, all sorts of different services. So I don't know if that's going to help you or not, but I was looking on their website, and you know, it just they seem to know what they're doing. So give them a shot and see what you think, and let me know too. I know my live stream is going into the yellow. Check on something real quick. Alright, so I turned down the seed box to 75% bandwidth. We'll see if that helps any. Okay, so video number 1 is done. I've got 2 more videos here to do. And I'll upload these later because I don't want the stream to get even worse. Alright, on to video number 2. And it is my Galaxy Note 5 kind of rant, I guess. Kind of how disappointed I am and how it turned out. So right now I'm editing my second video, which is a combination of a 360 video shot as well as the main video. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I've got the picture-in-picture, so while I can try to hit record on both at the same exact time and they're never right on, so I have to kind of move and shift a little bit to sync up the audio so that I don't look like I'm talking in one but it's delayed in the other. So it takes it a couple minutes for me to get that right on. Plus, for some reason, the 360 camera, the audio sometimes gets chopped up a bit. I don't know why. That's the way that it's always been. I called Kodak on it to find out if there was something going on. They said they would look into it and get a firmware update. Excuse me. Sucks. Trying to find the exact sync. having trouble with this one. Almost got it. Got it. It takes me a couple minutes to actually sync the audio up so that they're both identical. And then I always go to the very end of the video to make sure it's still synced up, because I've had that happen before where it's fine at the beginning and then as it goes on it gets out of sync. Okay, we're good. So again, if you're just joining, anything you want to talk about, any questions that you have, whatever, while I'm editing my videos, I'm switching back and forth to see if anybody's talking. And there's already a delay on the stream, so if you type something, I won't be able to get right to you right that second, because there is a delay. But and the next video is going to be titled No Galaxy Note 5 for me. And we'll do a sad face. So, hopefully that works. Alright, so now I basically just sit here and listen to myself talk for an entire drive, looking for errors or anything else. So I'm here to answer any of your questions. I like BMW. I really do. I think they got some real sexy cars. pause this for a second. There's a movie. It's actually a really bad movie according to the critics. I don't know if you've heard it before or heard of it before. It's called Nothing But Trouble. I think it came out around 1990, and it's Chevy Chase, Demi Moore, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy. It's kind of like a plethora of comedians, right? And there is a BMW 3 Series. I think it's a 33i. 33i. I can't remember, but anyway, if you look it up, Nothing But Trouble movie BMW, you'll see some pictures of it, and it's it's a actually it's an early '80s BMW, and it just looks sweet. The design is, in my opinion, a little bit ahead of its time. Um, and some of the features that were in it were actually real. A navigation system, and this is early '80s that this car came out. Um, had a car phone. This is BMW at its finest back then. Um, but yeah, I love BMWs. I think they're awesome. I personally could probably never afford one unless it's older, but some of these new BMW coupes that they've come out with, they're just wow, gorgeous cars, just gorgeous. Um, yeah, John, I have plans to do that. Um, it's obviously going to have to be on one of my days off from work. But every time I think about it, it's too windy. Like, it's windy right now, and now would be a perfect time. So I will do that. I'm going to get that before winter, trust me. I have to find a day that has low wind, otherwise all you're going to hear is wind. Um, but yeah, I will get that. That is on my to-do list for sure. But I kind of want to remove the resonator first. I kind of want to get the uh, the resonator off of there and then do a video, but I don't know. I still have to do some 0 to 60 videos with the new exhaust. Excuse me, we just ate. And some, I like to do a 0 to 100 and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, BMWs. Yeah, I appreciate the suggestion. It's been in the back of my mind. Trust me. It's I've got a newer phone. It's got a better microphone on it. The other exhaust, the video that you're talking about, the 10 minutes, I recorded that with my Galaxy S4, and I got the Note 5, which has 2 extra microphones, I believe. Is it 1 or 2? And it does sound better. So definitely, that's on my to-do list before winter hits. Because once winter hits, it's pretty much a done deal for car videos. Unfortunately, had that problem last year. Um, but yeah, I love BMW. The engine mic, I do have one. It may not be what you're looking for, though. Oh man, did it just cut? I don't know if the video just cut. I tried to go to my video manager, um, and surprisingly, it didn't open in a new tab. At least I know that now. Yeah. So John, I do have a video that I just posted recently. I've got two videos actually. Um, I specifically was looking at the displacement on demand problem, and I did put my mic. There's the link. I did put my mic under the hood and recorded this. I also have a startup starting the car. Same thing. But if you want, I can do more of those. That's fine. It wasn't that difficult to do that. So those two. Yeah. So E85. For my particular car, the LS4 isn't really all that common. In fact, hardly anybody. Probably a couple people run E85, but I know that the 3800, the supercharged, that's a lot of people run E85. So I'm curious, is it Nicholas? Nicholas? Um, Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Um, Maybe I asked you this before. What country do you live in? And boy, John, you've been a subscriber a long time then, because that under the hood video that I did with the 3800, man, that must have been 4 years ago. I'll have to look that up in a minute here. Gotcha. What's the weather like over there? Is it warm, cold? Does it vary? Because here in Michigan, in the northern, like they call it the Midwest, but it's actually kind of the upper East. Um, it varies from cold winters and snow to hot summers. I'm gonna have to Google search 20. I'm stupid when it comes to conversions. 23C to Fahrenheit. So about what it is right now for us. That's about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm laughing at myself because in this video, I get behind this old lady and she's driving so slow, but I have to turn ahead, so I'm worried about getting over, and I get some amusement sometimes out of my reactions to people on the road. To me, it's funny. I don't know. It's probably weird. Hey, Phil. How you doing? Try to type you. I don't know how to type either. I've got some videos up of when it was so cold here. It was like negative 30 degrees. Awesome. Hang on a second. I've got a video that I'm editing in the background. I'm listening to it. So if you do successfully get your first lucid dream, I want to know about it seriously, because it's like for me, it was a breakthrough. It was an absolute breakthrough. It was I don't even remember if I did a video on this, but the lucid part of it only lasted for about 30 seconds. But the fact that I knew that I was laying in bed, I could hear myself breathing. I could almost feel myself breathing. And I was able to sort of control the dream a little bit. Kind of, I think what I was trying to do is I was trying to read something in the dream. And I knew that I was dreaming, and I said to myself, okay, I'm definitely dreaming. And I'll have to go back and look at my old videos. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. But I just remember the feeling of finally being able to have that first lucid experience, and it was just, wow, amazing. So keep it up. Seriously, keep. It's so frustrating because you can go a whole month without a single lucid dream, and then go a week after that having 20 lucid dreams. So just keep it up. Even for me myself, uh, sometimes I'll have one a night, and other times it'll be one a week. It's just the way that it is. I'm not perfect at it, and I don't think anybody is. Okay, so reading inside of a dream, there were some theories going around, and I participated in some, um, like a study. It was an unofficial kind of a group of people who were trying to read inside their dream, and to this day, I have trouble reading inside of my dream. I can see logos of companies. I know exactly what they are, like the Walmart logo or the Coca-Cola logo or something like that. I know what it is, and I think to myself in my mind, I think, okay, that's Coke, or that's Walmart, or that's Best Buy, or that's Google, or that's a YouTube logo. I know what it is, but I can't read it under most conditions, most situations or occurrences, whatever. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a fault of my brain not being able to process words inside the dream, but I do have that problem, and I have been working on that. And there's several times when I will have complete control of my dream. I mean, literally complete control of it, and I will actually kind of conjure up an area where I'm going to a Walmart or to a Best Buy, and I will look for the sign. Sometimes the sign's not even there. I just know that it's a Best Buy or whatever. And other times I'll see, the yellow tag or whatever, and I'll see some blotched black words in the middle, but I won't be able to make out what the words actually are, but I know that it's Best Buy. So that's weird. I don't know if that's a problem with me or I have some kind of a condition, but yeah. So I'm happy that you're starting, and actually right over there is where I'm going to start doing my videos for my lucid dreams again. I've got the equipment picked out. I just have to order it. But I've got some studio lights that I'm going to be actually putting up on this counter. It's right behind me because it's the perfect height where it'll shine the light right on me. And then I have a couple of little portable lights, and I'm going to light the wall behind me so you don't see big shadows behind me, and so it looks more professionally done. And then I'm going to get a white tablecloth and put it over the table, and so it looks better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my camera, I'm going to move it over a little bit so that, like a newscaster or whatever, you see it would be this side, whichever side it is, but you'll see images that I'll be putting up of dreams and so on, or references, or whatever. And then if I need to, I can break away from the video. And my plan is to kind of use research and history and the knowledge that we have of dreams to kind of intertwine with my experience. So again, all in good time. It is 3:09 p.m. right now. 3:09. Kind of late. How long does your day last? Is it 10 to 12 hours daylight and then 10 to 12 hours of night? I'm listening to a video that I'm editing, complaining about the Note 5. And so this is my Note 4. And the ideas that I come up with for the drive-along videos, I actually jot down during the day. So, like, you probably can't see this all that well. I don't know. But these are the notes that I've written down. So these are future videos basically here. Future drives. I don't know how well you can see that. But so why do people act stupid around cops? And then recording yourself while speeding. I did that one actually today. And then I've always wondered why we, at least in the States, always say things like "Have a nice day." Do we really mean it? And I was hoping to open a discussion about that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm at the end of this video here. And getting ready to process it. It's been a long week. Looking forward to a vacation coming up here pretty soon, in about a month. Alright, so that video is processing. Wow, that's a lot of daylight. Well, I mean, we have daylight that's longer than sun up and sun down, obviously. You know, I'm into solar energy, so obviously the more sun, the better. Unfortunately, we've already lost, since summer solstice on June 21st, we've already lost an hour and I think 40 minutes. I actually have an app on my phone. Jeez, what is with me not being able to remember names? Sunboard is what it's called for Android. That actually tells me how much sun, where the sun's coming from, etc., etc. Okay, so Phil's question. I still do reality checks, and it's just, you can look at it two ways. Okay, you could look at it like, okay, once you've learned how to ride a bike, you'll always know how to ride a bike. It's just like riding a bike, right? Or you can look at it like, if I don't practice, then I get rusty. And what I found from my own personal experience, and this was probably about maybe 6 to 8 months after I stopped uploading videos to the Dreams and Memories channel, was I found that I was not doing things like reality checks. And what I found is I was actually having less of a lucid experience, far fewer lucid dreams in total. And so I started doing that again. And I found, you know, it's just like practice makes perfect, or you get into a habit. So I think that's what kind of, you know, snaps me into a lucid dream, because I'm constantly throughout the day going, all right, here I am. Here I am walking. Here I am, you know, you're self-aware. You're self-aware, and then I'll look around and I'll be like, okay, there's the bathroom upstairs. Here's my shoes. This is real. These people here are all real. And I'll keep doing that in my head briefly. It's not like I stop and say, okay, what's all real around me, and tally it all up and stuff. I just do brief kind of, all right, this is real, and why is it real? I always ask myself, why is it real? Well, this is reality. This isn't the Matrix. Or just we hope. Um, so I'll say, okay, this person's real because they're standing in front of me, and they are their own entity. And this person here is real because they made the decision to drive by me today. And so I ask questions like that all the time. So no, I don't ever stop asking. Yeah, I appreciate it. Fortunately, there's light at the end of the tunnel. With all the overtime that I've been working, and my wife getting a couple of extra paychecks, I'm going to be buying a really nice inverter. It's going to cost like $500, but it'll be the last inverter I ever had to buy. It's a 10,000 watt inverter, and it has a 40,000 watt surge capacity. So even if I turned everything on in my house all at once, literally all at once, it still would not outpace the inverter. So I'm pretty happy about that. Even considering that the central air uses so much startup power and so on like that. I understand that, but this, this will start up a 3-horse motor. So, you know, pretty happy about that. Wow. So 4 hours of light in the wintertime. Wow. So, wow, that's like way up for us, at least for the States. That's like way up in Alaska area, like way north in Alaska. But, so, yeah. So okay, so here's my question, Phil. Um, what exactly are you checking when you're moving along? When you're doing your reality checks, what are you asking yourself? What's processing in your head at the time that you're doing the reality checks? What exactly are you saying to yourself? Nicholas, that reminds me of when I worked third shift, or we call it the overnight shift. I'd go in when it was dark. I'd leave when it was dark. But oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. Oh, oh, sorry, my nose is a little bit. I don't know if it's allergies or whatever's going around here. A lot of people are getting it. It's a typical late summer sickness that people get. I sound like crap. You should do some videos on your car, Nicholas. All right. You take. Oh man. So again, Nicholas, I appreciate you joining me. Uh, try to do these as I think it is because it's going to a completely new page. Okay, so I screwed up. For some reason, I lost all the comments, and I was in the middle of looking up something. So whatever you just typed, there we go. It's coming back now. This is strange. So Nicholas, I was looking up your. I'm sure you're gone by now. I was looking up your profile for your BMW. How to fill up a BMW 525. Is this supposed to be? So it looks like you converted to E85, or you're running E85 without any modification. I don't know, you're probably gone now, aren't you? And Phil, that's my fault. I was this live stream thing is actually in beta with YouTube. That's something that they need to fix, because if I click any link that's on this same page, it doesn't open up a new tab. It ends up just completely closing down the live stream. So that's my fault. So yeah, I'd love to see some videos of that car. That's got to be a sweet car. Oh yeah, just seeing the end of the video. Cool. Let's see here. Okay, first of all, how's the weather? Looks like it's been really windy and cloudy today. It's supposed to be raining on and off, storming. We're actually getting more of it to the north of us right now. But it is cooler today. It's been 80s for about the past month. 80s Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Probably 30 degrees Celsius or so. And we're finally getting down into today, which is a nice, cool, breezy 70s. So what is that? 20 Celsius, 21 Celsius, something like that. Um, so so yeah, that's it's been cooling off, and fall is my favorite time of year, and I can't wait because that's when I see our tree out in the front yard actually starting to turn yellow, which it does have a couple of yellow leaves, but when it seriously starts turning yellow, I know fall's here. I love fall. This state has probably one of the best fall color displays ever. It's just gorgeous. Um, uh, so vacuum leakage, huh? Oh, that sucks. But still, give me some videos. I'd love to see it in action. Really, I would. Even if it's a walk around, interior, exterior. I love BMWs. I think they're awesome cars. I'm sorry, I'm cutting myself off. I'm leaning in to get comfortable, and I keep forgetting I've got this camera up here. Um, I think I mentioned this in one of my videos. The music that I like. I gotta verify that. The video processed. Yep, we're all good. So the music that I like is everything, literally everything. If it sounds good to my ears, then I will enjoy it. And sorry, I'm trying to. Editing my 360 video now. But yeah, all kinds of music, literally everything. Man. Okay, so um, so you play piano, and Nicholas, I'll have to. For some reason, I didn't see that when I looked at your channel. I guess I didn't look deep enough. Okay. Test movie 720p with old cam. Is that the one? Or no? Nope. Okay, here we go. Cool, so I found it. I'll have to look at this later. The live stream is probably going to get all screwed up because of it. So yeah, I'll definitely look at your videos, Nicholas, for sure. Um, and that's cool, Phil, about playing piano. I always wanted to play piano. I played guitar, actually. That was my instrument of choice. But my grandma played piano, and I always wanted to play the piano. She was so good at it. She just was really good at it, and I don't know. I just found myself really enjoying um, listening to her play the piano, I guess. I mean, now I'm editing the 360 video. Some of you watch that, some of you don't. I completely understand. There was a time there when I wasn't going to do any more um, standard videos, and thanks to the feedback of people, subscribers, I was able to be convinced that 360 isn't what everybody wants. So I ended up reversing that decision. Glad I did. Although it takes a little bit more time to get videos up and running, edited, posted, and so on. It's still fine. Um, yeah, bensound.com. It's royalty-free music, and I started using him probably, I don't know, maybe 18, 20 months ago, so almost 2 years ago, and got some great music. In fact, I have to redo my outro because I've got a bunch of old videos up there, and I need to add my Instagram and my 360 videos on there and my aquarium. I've been thinking about that. I've still got to do that. I guess it just kind of depends on when I can sit down and take care of that. So I'm trying to sync my. When I do my 360 videos, I take the audio from my phone and patch that over the audio from the camera itself, because for some, I mean, it's got here. Where's it? Okay, right here. So you probably can't see this on that camera, but it's got these two microphones right here, and that's it. So when the camera is actually put in like this, you can see the mount is right there. So the camera is facing away from me. So you're hearing the sound that's bouncing off of basically the side window. It doesn't sound all that great. So what I do is I patch in the audio from my Galaxy Note 4, which sounds a lot better, and that's how I do it. All right, Phil, you take care. Thanks for participating. So if there's anybody else as of right now who wants to chat, ask questions, whatever, throw it in the comments or the chat, and I'm just going to be editing the second video of the day here. Actually, the third video. It takes forever to get these in sync. You wouldn't think so, but it does. So once I got the audio in sync, then I can finally actually start editing the video. If I use the audio from my Galaxy Note 4 rather than the camera, not only does it sound better, but it seems to stay in sync. So again, if there's anybody, I see one person watching now. If anybody happens to be watching and wants to chat, hit me up in the chat room while I am editing a video for YouTube. Great. So yeah, once again, if anybody happens to be watching and wants to interact while I am editing videos for YouTube, please feel free. You can ask questions, interact any way you want. The choice is yours. It's starting to really pick up the wind. I see some storms here pretty soon, I'm sure. Alright, so the 360 version of my Galaxy Note 4 video is now being processed. And the wind is really picking up right now. Can't tell if it's raining. Oh, thought I was hearing a tornado signs, but it's a plane flying over. It's really starting to get bad out there. Check the weather here and see if we got anything serious going on right now. Yeah, it looks like we got some storms heading our way. They're not severe, they're just, looks almost just like rain. So, anyway, I am processing my last video for the day. My Galaxy Note 5 video. It has about 8 minutes remaining. So I will be online for the next 8 minutes or so. And then I'm going to call it a day. Oh, excuse me. Oh. $2008 Grand Prix GXP for sale, $6,500. Factory navigation. Looks like it's completely stock. This is from Michigan, by the way. It's really windy out there. So, my video is just about done processing. If you're just now joining me, I'm going to be doing live streams whenever I'm editing my videos. So when I'm actually in front of my computer, I'm going to be doing live streams. And this is something new that YouTube just added. And this is your opportunity basically to be able to interact with me, ask me questions, make comments, whatever, on the go basically while I'm doing this. I've been live for almost 2 hours, a little bit longer than I thought I was going to be, but so my last video is just now processing, finishing up processing, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Again, for those of you who have joined me so far and given me some feedback, interaction, and so on. I appreciate it. Um, Stay tuned for some more videos. I've got one in the pipe that's on YouTube. Will be published tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And then I just got done editing 3 more videos, all drive-along videos. And if any of you are interested in my aquarium, I also have another video that I've recorded that I have not processed yet that I'll probably do tomorrow. So I guess that will probably do it. So again, thank you to everybody who's participated, and hopefully I'll see more of you in the coming days. Alright, we are done processing. So I will catch all of you later. Leave that running for a second. I don't know if the video is delayed or not.